Hiccups.
I'll do the recap then, as I should just do it all the time at this point. All right, where we last left off, the party, who trying to understand this new member of theirs a little better, or at least trying to find any form of common ground, or to not have arguments with them, as they seem to be currently working with not ending amazingly for some, and seemingly having a bias towards the elven. The party who still seemed somewhat, at least some of the members seem still bitter towards their current co-workers or captives, depending. But mostly the party was settling in for whatever ride they had ahead. A slight conflict of the mind with the elven man, Yggdrasil, with Mistral, whilst she was getting some wine for a small little picnic that they were having. And after that, Nimduat, the changeling formerly known as Oberon, left in the dead of night. We will now pick up with whoever wakes up first.
Seeing as I slept in a corner, I think I wake up decently. Like that. Anyway, yep.
Okay.
Oops, yeah, I know.
No, that's not for you. That's everyone else.
Okay. I'll probably wake up as well.
Okay, you wake up
You'll
with
wake up Mistral cuddling you.
Mistral with her arm just sort of over your torso. In
I just kind of
a very uncomfortable makeshift bed of like quilts and pillows, with a perfectly good bed right across the room from you.
I just kind of like try to move her arm as gently as possible off of her, off of me,
Okay.
and like get up,
Alright.
and then I'll like I'm gonna go and look around the building.
Okay.
So I'll just go out of my room and just wander up a random corridor.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
Okay. 4.
Okay. You take a right down the from the room you were in, and head down one of the corridors, and a few rooms sort of catching your eye, but one standing out with a small plaque on the front of it, which looked like it had words on it, but they seem to have been scratched off.
Can I try and make out what it said?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. That is a 22.
22. The first half of it you can make out, and it seems to have the letters Well, you can make out a small part of it at least. The first sort of part of what seems to be a smaller word, and then a little bit less of a what seems to be a longer word. You get there is an N, E, and a Y on the first of it, and the second part of it you see a T, a I, a R, and an E N at the end. But it seems
E-N or E-N?
E-N.
Okay. Okay. Can I go in?
You can try the door.
Okay. I'll open it like cautiously.
It is locked.
Right. Okay. Do I have anything on me that I could use to pick it?
Do you?
Let me see.
Your background would give you things like that, like thieves' tools and
You
things.
snake.
For a second I thought you were
Wait,
calling
is there
her
a keyhole?
snake.
Is there a keyhole?
Yes.
Okay, can I look through it?
Peeking
Can
through,
I see it?
you see what seems to be a pristine children's room with what seems to be in the centre of the room a cross. A small cross.
No, there's no one in there.
Doesn't seem to be.
Okay. You know what? I'll leave it.
Okay.
I'll just carry on looking for other interesting
Okay.
doors or places.
There are a few other interesting doors in this same corridor as this room.
Okay. I'll go to the nearest one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have expected it to be written with a Y.
You go to a room which seems odd. The wood of it seems much older than the rest of the house. The wood of the door.
Okay.
There's no plaque on it, and there is a pristine, very new handle on the door.
Okay. I'll slowly try and open that.
Okay. It opens with a very loud creak. As you try to do it slowly, it sort of just creaks even louder for longer.
Oh, okay. I'll peek inside.
Okay. Peeking inside, you see a very short room. The ceiling very close to the top of the door frame. And a very wide and large room. Weirdly large. And there is no windows.
Okay.
But there is light. In the room, floating in about an inch or two off the ground, is 3 chairs in the far right corner. There seems to be a form of games board as well, floating on the floating at a similar height on the left corner. As well, in the centre of the room, what seems to be a strange circle made out of what seems to be red chalk.
Okay. I'm gonna can I pick up one of the game sets?
Yeah,
Like from floating?
it's like there's 2 sort of game sets. There's one which seems to be sort of a board with sort of some sort of crosses over it with circular pieces. The other seems to be a deck of cards.
Okay. And they're floating?
Yes.
Did you say? Okay, I'll pick up the deck of cards.
Okay, you sort of just pick them all up. They, as you sort of hold them, they seem like a deck of cards.
Okay. I'll put them back where they were.
Okay, you
seeing if they'll float.
put them back and they begin floating as well as you sort of open your fingers out. The lack of pressure now sort of sends them slightly spraying out each of the individual cards.
Okay.
Slowly it's just sort of circling through the room. Sort of, not circling through the room, it's just slowly sort of spreading out.
Do I notice anything else interesting in the room, or is it just
The
what
circle
you said?
seems
Oh, the circle, yeah.
to be used for
I'm
magical
gonna
purposes.
step into it.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god, okay. That's actually quite good. That's an 18.
18. As you step into the circle, the room around you falls away. And you feel as if your body is left behind and a part of you is sucked out and then almost alley-ooped, sort of thrown up by something and then pushed down. And you find yourself in a strange place. You look up and you see a strange dark hellscape of infinite layers. And you look down and you can see what you assume to be the material plane. You can
What am I standing on?
vaguely make out the Sword Coast. You look to where you're standing on and it seems to be just this thin sheet of what looks like water.
So I'm standing on it, and like underneath it I can see the Sword Coast.
Underneath it you can see Sword Coast, you can see the entirety of Faerun.
Oh.
And above you can see this strange hellscape of infinite layers, but looking around this hellscape, this plane, you see what seems to be 5 figures.
Okay, I'm gonna walk towards them.
Okay. As you get closer, you can make out more details. One of the creatures significantly larger than the others. It's this hulking, bulbous creature with this tattered makeshift cloak sewn out of multiple pieces of cloth to sort of throw over it. You can see underneath the hood is this sort of jaw that splits into 3, sort of at strange points. You can see that its face is stitched together, and the other pieces of its skin as well seem to have stitching in, keeping it together. You can see that next to it is this, what seems like a drow figure with long white hair. You can see that both it and the large creature have a very blank look on their face. Their eyes are closed and they are standing as straight as they can. Next to it is this strange creature, in almost texture looking as the bulbous creature, but it's thin. You can see its bones as these sort of long fingers that you assume go down nearly to the floor. You see that its sort of torso is much longer than its the rest of parts of its body, similar to its fingers. It goes substantially longer than it should. You see its legs shouldn't be able to keep its body up with its just long torso and these normal length arms, but the forearm sort of extends a lot, as well as the hand and the fingers.
Okay.
As well, this creature is completely it's completely sort of just this sort of blackish pale colour, like dark grey is what I should have said. and you can see that its face is sort of just contorted as if it's been beaten over and over again. You see parts of its cheekbones that have sunken in. You can see that its jaw is hanging by the flesh, and you can see its eyes are closed. It's standing straight.
Okay.
Next to that, you see a very pale creature, similar size to a normal person. This just humanoid that seems to be unable to stand upright, as it is down on all fours. Strangely, though, its legs are sort of bent outwards, as if it has grown accustomed to walking quadrupedal. It has no facial features, and it has its sort of nails of its toes and hands are elongated to sharp points.
Okay.
And the final figure, you cannot make out. It seems a similar size, though, to you. A similar humanoid size.
I'm gonna walk up to them.
Okay, we'll wait a second. As you get closer to the final figure, you still can't make out what it looks like, as if there is this film in front of your eyes that blocks you from seeing it. And as you get closer to be able to see the others, you're back. You stumble out of the circle, almost falling backwards onto your back as you sort of lose your breath. You feel like you've just been punched into yourself.
Okay, I'll get up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go back in.
Okay. You go into the circle.
Into the circle.
Okay.
Again, yeah.
Roll me another wisdom saving throw.
16.
16. Roll me a d8. Actually, no, d6, sorry, d6.
Okay. 1.
As you go back through, you are back in that place, but you seem taller. As looking around, on your left are 4 figures, one of which you cannot make out, the one at the end. You, trying to move around, you feel heavier.
4.
4.
So which one isn't there?
The large bulbous creature does not seem to be there. They are all on your left. Ahead of you is what seems to be a strange purple-skinned female.
Okay. I'll walk towards her.
Okay. You walk towards her, and it is you. You're towering over yourself. As you walk towards her, you do notice that while there is no noise here, you can tell that you are substantially heavier, and walking, you have a different gait. It seems strange. You have to sort of force yourself into movement, just sort of lumbering.
Just a sec.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm towering above myself.
Yeah, you
Okay.
would guess that you're at least 10, maybe 15 foot tall. Right now.
What does my other self look like?
Looks like you.
Is she like looking up at me, or
No.
is her eyes
Her
closed?
eyes are closed, standing straight with a very neutral expression.
Can I touch her?
You reach out with this strange, almost pustular hand that's almost the size of your normal torso. And as you reach out to try and touch her, you are pushed back into yourself.
Okay.
But now,
Oh, yes.
you cough, and in your hand is this black ichor-like substance.
Do I know what it is, or just okay?
It's very thick.
I'll leave this room.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go back to see if Mistral's still asleep.
I'll say at this point everyone's awake.
Oh, okay. So I think they've probably gone down to the kitchen.
That's up to them.
Or I'll go down.
Okay, well I'll go down to the kitchens as well.
Do you go into the dining room or the kitchens?
The dining room. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is anyone else at the kitchens?
I might have gone back down to the library probably. Although actually, I probably would have gone into the kitchens to get breakfast. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be in the dining room too.
Okay.
I probably would have gone wherever Spencer went.
Okay.
Because probably woke me up when he got up.
Yeah. Welcome back, John, by the way.
Thanks, sorry mate.
It's fine. Okay. Okay. Tereth, would you have gotten up and got some breakfast as well?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I'll say you all reunite over some breakfast. There's no one else at the table currently, apart from all of yourself. So.
I'm gonna, when I come down, I'm gonna, try and wash the black stuff off my hand.
Okay. Do you go to the kitchens or do you just go to like an ensuite or something? Just the bathroom, just to try and use the local sort of reservoir for water to
Yeah,
wash that
I'll
off.
just go and do that.
Okay. Yeah, there wouldn't exactly be plumbing. Well, would there be plumbing in those times?
If you're rich enough.
Magical plumbing.
Sure, magical. I'll say you try to wash it off. It takes a lot, and as you wash it off, the hand that you coughed up in, there is a small black cross in the palm of your hand.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming it's my left hand because my other hand's got a glove on it.
Yeah, it was your left hand.
Alright. I'll go back into the dining room.
Okay.
And I'll just, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
Can I make a perception check to see if I notice?
I'll say use your passive perception because are you just constantly looking out for people who have anything different with them?
No.
Or, so
Is it on my palm
It's on your
or
palm.
the back of my hand? Okay.
it's where you coughed the black stuff in.
Mhm.
What's your
I'd
passive
say that's not.
I'm not sure right now, I'm having my actually, but I think it's 9.
Okay.
It is 9.
Okay. I'd say that's not exactly enough to notice a small thing on
Alright.
in someone's palm. And you wouldn't have paid too close attention to her hands anywhere, so you might just think it's a tattoo.
I will just
Hmm.
take my yummy food. Whatever I'm eating. What am I eating?
You're eating a sort of a bit of bread, a bit of meat, just something to fill you up for the day.
What hand is Snake on?
What hand is her snake on? I'm pretty sure it's
Yes.
up her
Oh,
sleeve.
that's in my right sleeve.
Ah,
my
On her
right
right
sleeve.
sleeve.
Oh shit. My master plan.
Oh no. What was your plan?
I don't fucking know. Because
Good at it.
I had seen one of your hands, and so that wouldn't have been normal.
Yeah, because you would have given the
Mm.
snake.
Hmm.
God, guys.
So, Spencer, well, why weren't you in your room? Sorry, I fell asleep in there, by the way.
Well, things got a bit odd. I did not want to interrupt.
It was the butterflies, wasn't it?
Oh. What do you mean? Is Mistral there?
Yeah.
I'd say yeah. She's Paris, isn't
Oh,
it?
she is down there. Yeah, sorry about them. I can't really control that.
Should I waste the spell slot on this?
What are you gonna do?
Make 8 butterflies.
Butterflies.
You could just put me to sleep.
Yeah, I'll knock you out.
Yeah.
Just as I suggested when we met you.
What were you gonna say, Felix?
I said, sorry, what do you mean butterflies? What happened?
I'm pretty sure you were there.
Yeah.
No, I left.
She
Before
fell
I
asleep.
went to sleep.
No, she fell asleep first, and then
I fell asleep before you all left.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah. Butterflies
It's like
started.
floating
Yeah, because you
and
used
sprouting butterflies.
detect magic on them.
Oh, yeah.
I found
I
out they were
remember.
fey.
Yeah.
So do you know when we're actually gonna be doing stuff? Like to help?
Well, we haven't done anything so far. Been here for maybe 2 days now.
Stop a second.
It might be worth going and finding them and asking them at some point.
Yeah. So do you guys know anything about like I don't know, like a big bulbous creature?
We saw one, two.
We've
Right.
seen bulbous creatures. Why? Did you see one?
I was just wondering if they had anything to do with what's going on.
They might.
Did you see one or what?
Yes, in a way.
What do you mean in a way?
Yeah, I saw one.
Okay. I'm gonna insight check to see if that seems weird, but you know, -4 insight. So.
You literally cannot beat her plus.
If I roll a nat 20. Oh,
Oh,
I
my
almost
God.
did. I rolled a 19.
Ah,
That's
shit.
15. Let's hope she rolls a nat 1.
15.
Oh wait,
I
I'm
mean-
not sure. Okay.
I
let's
mean-
see.
I mean, what are you trying to? What are you trying to? So, like, with what you were saying, were you saying something in a very sort of like evasive manner, or were you just sort of trying to say, "Yeah, I saw one"?
Well, I did see one.
Mm.
It's not. I'm not lying,
I'm not lying, so
but I
just, like,
am kind of.
withholding the
So
what-
truth
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I'll say either persuasion or deception, which I'm pretty sure is the same, isn't it?
Persuasion or perception? No, I'm doing persuasion. Not perception. Deception.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's deception? Can't find. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely doing persuasion.
Okay,
Well, what? That is a 16.
16. And you got a 15. So she sort of just seems she says she's seen one, and that's about all she's said. Doesn't seem like she's withholding anything. Necessarily.
Whose side do you think they're on, Adriana?
Who's on?
The
What
bulbous
do you-
things.
Well, it doesn't seem like a friendly creature, but I mean, what were your encounters like with them?
Yes, I doubt she would know Tariff. Do you know, like, where did you see it, I suppose? Would be useful to know.
You know what? I think we should ask them about what it has to do with whatever's coming. I think yes. Should we go and find them now?
Okay. That.
I suppose we can. Is there any reason why you don't want to tell us where you saw it, or?
Is there any reason why you need to know?
Well, it would just be useful, but if you don't want to, it's fine.
Well, I guess you have my answer then.
Oh shit! She's a bitch.
Wow.
Love this.
Alright, I'm gonna finish eating and then I'm gonna say so is anyone gonna come with me?
I suppose I will.
Yeah, I'll go.
Sure.
Are we leaving Mistral?
Nah, she'll come.
Okay.
She just wasn't saying anything. She's too cool for school.
No, it's not this. Still having
It's not that. Just
Drink some water.
No, don't drink some water. Drink an
tiny
entire
sip.
chug an entire glass
Tiny-
of water. Hold your breath for
Yeah.
140 seconds, and then spin on your head 7 times. That'll get rid of
I
it.
can do neither of those.
Tiny sips of water. It works every time.
Make a prayer to the moon god.
Punch yourself in the diaphragm.
Sacrifice a newborn.
Consume 75% of the enough
That
of the
would
child.
take 9
That
months.
made me choke on my water.
Consume a soul. Consume the soul. Of
Drink.
the virgin.
Drink sulfuric acid. Anyway, so who do you go to try and find?
Can we go find the lich dude?
The,
Not lich. Wait, why did I just call him a lich? Vampire widow. Vampire necromancer. Not necromancer. Yeah,
Which vampire and which necromancer? You haven't been introduced to one yet.
wasn't the guy who messed with Rory's
the
corpse.
elf guy.
You don't know that he's a necromancer. Oh, you do know that he's
Hey
a
He's
guys,
he
let's
is
go.
an
Let's go check out the vampire necromancer who gave us that wine last night.
Yeah.
If you guys want to make a check to
Probably.
figure out if they are one of those, you can. It may be blatantly obvious, but I don't know. I don't think any of your characters have ever come across a vampire. You could have heard of them, maybe not think they're real or something.
What was the
Depends.
after effect of the wine? Because I wasn't here.
You'll woke up fine.
Oh,
Anyone who drunk shit tons of it was slightly hungover.
it was normal wine.
Cyril.
Cyril chugged half
Alcohol
the
goblin.
alcohol golem. Yeah.
It's me, bro. Anyway.
bottle.
Anyway. So you're going to
Alright.
try and find Yggdrasil.
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay. Where do you guys look?
I'm gonna look where I was yesterday, where they took me
Okay.
to see him.
Yes, I'm so glad I made this. Okay. So, as you head towards that similar place, going through the winding corridors, Miss Dawn, you recognise this room as what was your dad's study. Remember not being allowed in there a lot, and you. What are all of your passive perceptions? I should have this written down. I really should.
9. You should.
Yes, our wonderful
Six.
passive perception.
There's one person here who has a good passive perception. I should be
Yes.
asking this. Adriana, what's your passive perception again?
Okay.
16.
16.
It's okay, guys. If I die, my backup character has a passive perception of 19, so we'll be fine.
Oh, sick.
The
My
backup
passive-
character that I have
my-
not been told about.
I made it like yesterday or the day before.
Okay, fair enough.
I feel like all of our backup. I feel like if like everyone dies apart from like Adriana, then we'll all have like 20 wisdom because my backup character also has really high wisdom.
Fuck's sake.
Wait, Felix, did you get what class is your backup?
I mean, I have pretty high wisdom.
It's the monks.
No,
but you
no,
can
no,
be
don't
rogue
worry.
if you
I'll
want,
make one that's
Alright.
dumb as a rock. Another one that's dumb as a rock.
No. The prospect of Spencer dying is laughable. He is the most survivable out of all of you. Anyway.
The only way that he dies is if all of the rest of us died, and
No, the only
then
way is
he just like.
he dies is if he rolls a D1. If he rolls 100.
So I wouldn't die.
100 just kills
Just
him.
everyone else
Yeah.
dies.
Transforms into a skeleton.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was about.
Shaped into a skeleton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's completed his life goal, hasn't he?
I become the Skelegod.
Oh god, you become
Oh
Skelegod.
fuck.
Oh shit.
You become. You wild shape into a corpse.
I can do that. Anyway, we're getting way off track. Adriana, you hear what seems to be two people talking inside there.
Okay.
What sounds like a female and a male voice. The one guy you spoke to before, the old elven man, and
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure you have not met Damia, so no, you do not recognise the female voice.
Can I hear what they're saying?
I mean,
Make
Damien was in
perception
the room when we brought her to the.
Yeah, I don't think they've
Or when
formally
we
met
ate,
though.
she might have.
Ah. That's true.
Perception check is. That is not good at all. That's a. Oh, I win. That is an 11.
An 11. You catch only a few words, which is it's seemingly the end of the conversation anyway. You hear, "Look, I know that you are stubborn, but just watch your back about that, okay? God's sake." And you sort of just hear a sound a sound of acknowledgement.
Okay. I'm gonna knock on the door.
Who is it?
I'll open the door.
Oh, well, seems that we have quite the audience down here. Well, how can I help you all? You guys see a Demaya sort of standing up, sort of looking over the desk, and a slightly annoyed looking Aranel.
We were just wondering when we actually start doing stuff. We've been sat around for
You've been sat around for not even a day.
yeah, but what do we? I mean, is there anything
weren't
stopping us
exactly-
from getting a head start?
Well, the fact that you don't know what you're getting a head start with. I am focusing on a lot of things, but I will have something for you later today that you will be sent out to do. You will be escorted. We will figure out your escorts, though it might well be... what were their names? He sort of lifts up a piece of paper. Calavan, Nocris, and Goran Dredgenfall.
Fucking clench my knuckles.
Though,
Isn't that how you say it?
clench your knuckles? Clench your fists,
Yeah.
clench your knuckles, same thing.
Yeah, it's,
As he sort of... We have a decision that you can make, whether you wish to be on a diplomatic mission. Your accompaniment will be a lot more easy in the diplomatic mission. Obvious, large quotation. Anyway. Demaya, you were just leaving, were you not? Yes, I do believe I was. As she walks past all of you, gives a quick glance towards you, Mistral, and then not a harsh glance or anything, just sort of a morning glance, and leaves the room. Well then, if that was all you needed of me, I would say I could ask you all what type of mission you would prefer. After all, we wish to make sure that you are somewhat trustworthy. So, you scratch our back, we scratch yours, and aiding in, well, your more independent efforts towards this cause.
Where is the diplomatic? Non-quotes. 1, 2.
Well, that will be... you'll be meeting with one of our current, more politically empowered backers, and you'll be aiding them in, hopefully, trying to add the shielding crystal, or at least helping fund the shielding crystal that our generous Magi Kal has managed to create, to hopefully be able to protect the larger cities and other more important landmarks and things like that from, well, the coming storm. But obviously we need a bit more resources for that than we have at the moment, and thus we need the backing of the Lord's Alliance.
With the coming storm, is it kind of anybody above ground gets wiped out, or is it just everybody who's not in a bubble dies?
As of current, we do not know.
I almost forgot. What does the bulbous creature have to do with any of this?
You're going to have to be a little bit more specific.
The creature, I believe she may mean the creature, or at least a creature like it, that, oh, shit, I've forgotten the drow's name.
Fisk's throwing shade from the shadow.
I've got an awful lot of shadow here. Might as well chuck it.
Yeah, might as well share.
So, I mean, unless you got the keen mind feat, you've forgotten, bro.
You probably would remember it.
Yeah,
I'm messing with you.
I guess I'll just say, I guess I'll just be more vague. I believe she means the creature that, carried,
Ah, yes, that was
a
right.
drow. Xanath, okay. That carried Xanath, through the portal to the abyss, while carrying a...
Yes, I know who you're referring to now. That.
Although we have seen other creatures that are similar to that.
Yes, of course.
In the
Underdark, probably.
base of the Watchers.
Ah, yes. The one that you managed to level. Thanks for that, by the way. You put a serious setback in some of Cal's work. She'll have her own comments about that.
Well, he did kill one of us, so an eye for an eye.
And the world goes blind. Yes. So, that creature was the first success of Carl's research, in fact. In fact, her experiments with those types of creatures is rather fascinating. More directly intelligent creatures that we can use to command in the army that we hope to build. But still, obviously, not having much free will. It was left in the charge of Xanath, but you did dispatch of him, though. Cal has been sent to get things back on track. Well, she was sent. Having a bit of trouble with some individuals, but of course, when isn't there trouble? But that creatures and those types of creatures are Cal's research, as well as hopefully imperative pieces of the puzzle, so to speak.
Sorry, I'm back. My dad came in.
Okay. But obviously, as I was saying, and the other type of diplomatic would be to taking care of any of our current, well, opposition is the wrong word. More vocal deniers. The ones that are making it significantly more difficult to, well, save everyone. Because if those get to the ears of the Lord's Alliance, and if that becomes known enough, then we will have a lot more troubles protecting them. We might not even be able to at all. So, we need to make sure that those that are vocally denying in a political standpoint are out of the picture.
What are you doing about Malon's organisation?
That is currently Idris's charge.
And where is Malon? Is he okay?
Again, that is Idris's charge, and considering the history, let's say, I doubt that he is fine.
Something you failed to mention at all? Or to me?
Say again?
Something you failed to mention?
Speak up. I can't hear you.
Something he failed to mention to us.
Oh,
You hitting him?
who failed to mention to you?
Malon.
Yeah, he's kind of a like resident healer. So it'd be great if we could have him back.
I am offended.
Spencer's the healer.
I mean, I don't need to heal you if everything is dead before I can.
Exactly.
He's the jester of the
Anyway.
group at this point.
You can't. Can you cast spells for me, mage?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
Well, sadly, you'll have to go without your healer. We can supply a few healing potions if you really need it.
That would actually be very helpful.
Though they're not going to be handed out like fruit at a fair. You'll get one per person, I would say. Not the measly ones, though. Decent healing potions, but still. But what would you like to do? The diplomatic, or you get the picture?
So I didn't hear what the actually diplomatic one was because my dad wasn't in the room.
The actually diplomatic one is basically convincing the Lord's Alliance, or representatives of the Lord's Alliance, to allow and help fund the protection necessary for the coming.
Oh, I did hear that. Never mind. Yeah, I just forgot somehow. I don't know about. I can't speak for all of us necessarily, but it would seem that we might be more useful. We might be more uniquely useful for the diplomatic mission than the diplomatic mission. That's the second one I'm using.
I'm so confused which one you mean.
Dude, it's so
The
confusing.
diplomatic,
You
not
know,
the
very
diplomatic.
diplomatic and diplomatic.
Yeah, we'll change it. We'll change it. The
Do you mean the
diplomatic
lords
and
or the fighty one? Lords or fight?
I meant that what I meant is we'd be more like uniquely good at doing the diplomatic, the like one where we're persuading the lords, because like they kind of have plenty of people who can fight.
I think that would be kind of fun. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that sounds
I'll
like
be right back. I'm sorry.
Yes, I think I'd rather do that one.
Very well. Then you will be sent with Calavan and Cal nearby. About that. Enough watching that we can trust you, and not too conspicuous. Very well.
Just saying, it would be cheaper if we had a second healer instead of potions. But like,
Well, considering that your previous healer is either dead or being tortured, I don't know how much help they would be.
that's the great thing about healers, is that they can also heal themselves. They are tortured. Can't have a health potion replenish itself.
Use it wisely then. Anyway, I need to get on with my preparation. If you would stop bugging me, that would be lovely.
You bug him even harder. No. I'm just gonna leave.
Wait, was that the guy who suggested you drunk blood?
No.
Oh, yeah.
That was Yggdrasil is the guy that was like, you know, pretty fucking vampire. And that was Arno.
I'm getting so confused with those two, but cool.
They have pretty different voices.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just really bad at names.
Fair enough.
Thanks, because I met them all at the same time. Alright, well,
Yeah.
I guess we'll go and prepare. When do you think we'll be setting out on our mission?
Should be about midday.
Right, well, we'll go prepare for that.
Oh, what time is it at the moment?
Still in the morning.
10, maybe?
Maybe less.
Alright.
Maybe we're all hungover.
No
Oh.
one's
Well,
proper
Some of us were
hungover.
hungover.
No,
But I got up like after my trance. So.
Oh yes, you're a fancy trans person.
You have a knife.
Damn right.
I'm scared. Why do you have a knife?
I'm eating something.
Oh, okay.
It's meat.
You just
Anyway.
know. You just have a knife.
Anyway.
I need to kill us all. Alright.
Anyway, where do you all go? What do you all do? If you want to time skip, obviously, into the thing, we can.
Yeah, probably.
Do you know
Just go
what?
prepare.
I am gonna go and have a little look more around.
Okay.
Up where I was. Actually, no. I'll go in a different direction.
Okay. What floor do you look on?
What floor is like the?
There are
like
3
the
floors that
room?
you currently know about.
Okay. Do I know what's roughly on each floor?
If you take me with, I can be a tour guide if you want.
I mean, if you see me leaving to look around, you're welcome to follow. But
I'll do that then.
okay.
Okay. So, what is everyone else doing if Mr. and Adriana are taking off?
Was Tenebrae with us?
Yeah, Tenebrae was with you. He was just being quiet.
Oh, he just didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I'll go prep to go on a mission.
Tenebrae sort of like looks sort of between you and Adriana. He seems like confused, but also intrigued. But he follows you.
By me. Okay.
Tareth, you follow. he
Tareth
follows
really
Tareth.
is having competition with Tenebrae, huh?
um. Oh, Mistral. I was just gonna go and take a look around. Do you want to show me around? I mean, you probably know this place very well.
Yeah, I know it pretty good. See that spot over there? Yeah, that's where I broke my rib that one time. And over there, that's when I broke it again another time. Fun times. It was great. You have any siblings?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A lot. I
They
don't
break
know
any
most
of your
them.
ribs?
One of them definitely wants to. The rest, I mean, I didn't really know many of them, but yeah.
So I take it your dad's a real Zeus, huh?
Yeah. So anyway, what's
It could be your mom.
what are there any cool rooms? Like
There probably are. Are there any cool rooms?
Quite a few cool rooms. Like, it depends what you mean by cool. What are you trying to look for? You looking for interesting or you looking for cool?
interesting.
Okay. There was a little sort of passageway in the attic that you never really got to explore because your parents always told you off for trying to go on there.
You want to go on like a trip to all the places I was never allowed to, now that I can't go there.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Great, let's do that then. Starting with
Okay.
the nearest one to us.
Nearest one would be your dad's office, which was literally the place you were just in.
Okay, not his office.
Yeah, don't.
The nearest
Also, I'd like to say that I didn't walk in there because old habits die hard and all that. So technically, I still haven't been in there.
Sure. You were just sort of talking to everyone from literally in, like, not even in the doorway.
Just like,
Like,
pointing
just
to
sort of
the like, we'll do that.
Just having Terrace run back and forth delivering the messages.
Just like,
All right.
we used to have a healer. Okay. We used to have a healer. Anyway.
Yes. Okay. You know what, Mr. DM? Which
Yeah.
room do you think is the most fascinating?
The ones that you don't know about. Well, you do know about them, but they weren't those rooms.
What do you mean?
I can't say.
Oh,
The rooms that were
Like there used to be
yeah,
like
there used to be a
boring
mundane
room number 3, and now they're
Oh,
Eldritch
okay.
Summoning Room or something.
yeah, like there was never an anti-gravity summoning circle room in your old house.
I don't know. Mom and Dad got up to some
Room
weird
that sounds
stuff.
pretty cool.
Kinky.
Yeah, like
Oh god.
there's the children's rooms.
Not gonna go there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do you want to check out the armory? That was always pretty great.
Sure.
We used to hide in the suits and like scare the help when they walked past. It was great. Oh, one chick fell down the stairs while she was running away. You got into trouble for that. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, let's go. It'd be great.
How strong children were you?
It was all three of us in one suit.
Miss, you notice I kind of look kind of almost sadly down at my shoes.
I don't know why I thought that was a Wizard of Oz reference.
I got mud on my J's. No, okay, we need to stop.
You okay? You're looking quite sad.
No, I'm fine. Yeah, let's go. It sounds good.
Okay. Off we go then.
Okay. So, you make your way towards the armory, and it's in the same place, and it seems a little bit bigger. There's a few shelves of sort of different types of weapons, nothing striking or anything that catches your eye. There's a few different pieces of armor that are in there. There's some splint armor. There's some half plates. There is a thing of full plate in there. Different.
Is there anything?
Lots of different weapons. There was a there is a sort of store cupboard that comes with it for the different things that aren't like just there.
Technically, me and my friends aren't allowed to carry weapons, but I mean, you weren't there when we got given the band, so if you want to grab anything, I'm just gonna turn around.
Do I see
Stand
anything
over there.
that isn't a do I see any like bows
There's a few bows.
or like throwing knives?
There's a few daggers. There's about 4 daggers.
I don't know. I'll look at the bows.
Okay. Seems like pretty bog standard long bows.
Do they look any better than mine?
Not really. And yours is of a certain make.
Okay.
Which is a bit more preferred personally for you, I'd say.
I'll kind of turn back to Mitra. Thanks for the offer, but I'm good.
Sure, no problem, man.
Look, Mitra, I have to be honest with you. This morning I actually had a little wander around this place. I found this weird room. It had like this circle in it, and everything was floating. I stepped in the circle, and I was in this like weird place. I could see like the Sword Coast underneath me, and there were 5 figures in the distance. The bulbous creature, I think a drow, a weird like long grey thing, another kind of pale creature, and one that I couldn't quite make out. And do you know why it's there? I'm assuming you wouldn't know about that room.
I have no idea. I don't remember there being anything like that. If you want, we can go back and take another look at it.
I mean, I think it could have something to do with what's going on. I don't know.
I think that might be a good idea.
Okay.
Where was this room?
Can I find my way back to it?
Yeah, it's to the right, down the right. So like it's further down the corridor than where your rooms are.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take her up there.
Okay, Mistral, you do notice this is the hallway that you and your siblings' rooms were.
I'm gonna open the door to the room. Huh?
Nothing. Don't mind me. Just. Let's just get to the room.
I'll open the door.
You notice this room should not be here. This place should not be here. And it almost seems like it's another room, another doorway just into your brother's room.
Mm.
And that it like should not be here. And as she sort of opens the door, it creaks loudly, and it really shouldn't be this big. And you notice that it's a very short room, but very wide. Floating chairs, floating game, and then the circle in the middle of red chalk.
Huh.
So I stepped in the circle. Do you think we should both go in, or?
Sure. Probably not going to be a good idea, but what's the worst that could happen?
I'll just kind of hold Mistral's hand while we step in.
Do you both step in?
Yes.
Wisdom saving throws with disadvantage, both of you, please.
Because we're sharing one brain cell.
You might be.
Haha, that's a 6.
You're gonna
That's
fucking combine brains or something.
that's an 11.
Both of you roll me a d6.
3.
One.
You both find yourselves in a strange plane. Familiar to you, Adriana, but very new to you, Mistral, as there is this thin layer of what seems like water. And above you is a hellscape of infinite layers. Below you is the material plane. Around you, ahead of you, you both see what seems like yourselves. But this time's different. Mistral, you notice that the person in front of you, it's a bit off, like 20 feet, seems to be your pale blank form. And Adriana, the person you see has long flowing black hair that sort of moves as if it's underwater. Completely pale skin, spotless, with a beautiful white and gold dress.
Mm-hmm.
Almost emitting a light that in this place, only now realizing how dark it is almost blinding you. Mistral, you are very tall. And your body feels strange as you're hunched over with this extra weight on you. Adriana, you feel like you can barely move, as if your muscles are just not there. But just only being able to keep yourself upright and you're as well of quite tall. Your arms go down to about your ankles.
Okay.
And we can see each other's thing, right?
You look around and you do notice, Adriana, you seem to be in the middle of the previous group. And Mistral, you notice that there is the drow man that you remember died at the hands of Cyril. And next to them, next to that drow man, is this long, dark grey creature, and then on the pale white creature with no features at all, almost, apart from these long, pointed nails on both its legs and its both its feet and its hands, on all fours, and then a creature which you cannot make out. You yourself are very, very tall.
Wow, the first time of my life.
Same.
Oh my god, twins.
So I can see Mistral's other self as well.
Yeah, you can see that as well.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at her and then try and like walk forwards.
Okay, you walk forwards towards who the pale Mistral, the sort of featureless.
No. I'll walk forwards towards myself.
Oh, yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sort of force yourself. You're sort of now your knuckles sort of just dragging along this sort of almost floor. It's strange. It's textureless, but it's there. As you sort of forcing yourself to move, stumbling forward, Mistral, you notice that creature stumbling towards yourself and that pale female.
9.
Um,
9. 9.
you meet yourself because your brother is just going half
Sorry,
past 9. What the fuck?
I mean, he's not wrong.
It's not 9:30 though.
Speak for yourself, man.
I thought I was
Yeah,
muted.
it's not
I went,
fine
oh,
for
wait,
her.
no, I'm not muted.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's fine, it's fine.
Continue.
So, as you get closer, this sort of almost bright light that is being emitted from this this figure, but just sort of, you continue to force yourself to move until you get a bit closer.
I'm gonna look back to see what Mistral's doing.
You don't know which one is Mistral, but you look back at the
Oh.
group.
Can I assume that the bigger one is Mistral? Because I'm
Is she
bigger?
moving?
She won't be. She's still just standing there, kind of watching Adriana.
Yeah, give me a perception check with a no, because that creature is blind. So, you cannot tell. You can see, but just saying, as that creature, it's the thing of you can't use your, like, if you want to do, roll me a d20 to see if you do, but I normally that creature wouldn't be able to, that you are currently. Anyway.
I'm going to be honest and assume that Ilya's the one rolling the d20.
Yeah.
Am I?
If you want to see if you want to try to make out which one's which, then just roll a d20. But
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
3.
3, yeah. Can't tell at this distance.
Okay. Am I like close to myself now?
You're getting closer.
Okay, I'll just keep going.
Okay. As you get even closer and closer, and then you are just sort of again looming over yourself, but this time sort of this pale white figure of yours.
I'm just gonna say, or try and speak. I'll just say, hello.
As you try to say, all that comes out is incoherent babbling.
Okay. I'll just like, can I go over to the person that I can't make out, if
As
they're there?
you turn back to look, and you stumble back into yourself, seeing in front of you Mistral, floating upwards, her body almost stretched in the center of the circle, her hair sort of all sort of being pulled up, her back slightly arched, her arms by her sides, and her sort of legs sort of being almost as if she's being pulled by her hair and her feet and just being stretched. Floating.
I'm just gonna watch.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait until she comes out.
Mistral, what do you do? You see this
I
creature just, as it gets closer to it, it begins to turn, and then it bolts at incredible sort of speed. It's sort of almost like it's being dragged. You see, it's after a minute, its legs sort of start working as if it's just being dragged by something, and then it goes upright.
I'm going to try and make contact with it. I'm gonna walk up to it and try and just touch it
Which
and
one?
see what happens. Shadow one.
The one you can't make out. Okay.
Yes.
You lumber over to the one that is sort of, it's not shadowed, it is just almost covered in this film of like, almost like dirty glass. And as you get closer, you can make out a form of what seems to just be humanoid. And reaching out this sort of large hand, almost the size of its torso, as you go to touch it, your hand grows cold. I would like you to give me another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Uh, 22.
As your hand grows cold, you pull back. Stumble back into yourself, and immediately you begin throwing up onto your hand. This black ichor dripping down. It's almost like throwing up a solid. As it takes you a bit.
Oh, yeah, that happened to me last time.
It's weird that I kind of want to go back in again. I feel like that's not a normal thought to have.
Adriana, I will
I
say
know
you
what you mean.
notice that
Mm.
the cross has gotten bigger.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take Mistral's hand, the one that she threw up on,
Mhm.
and look at her palm.
It's covered in black ichor.
I'm gonna pull my hand back because that's kind of gross. I just threw up on that.
Yeah. Can I see anything in the room to like wipe off the any fabric?
There's not really any fabric in here now.
Can you wipe that off on something? I got like a cross on my hand when that happened.
Sure. I'm just gonna gonna move my hand out towards her and just very slowly wipe it on her glove.
I'm gonna get out of the way as quick as I can. Try and
Wipe it
dodge
on.
her.
Do you like try and chase her with it, or do you just leave it and she just?
I
tries
just
to
leave
get
it.
away? Okay.
Not on me. I meant on something else.
No, wipe it on myself then. I just wipe it on my leg, I guess.
Okay.
On pants.
Okay. You wipe it, and there is a black cross on your left palm.
Okay.
Oh.
If I can I get rid of it using the changing thing? I want to see if it's like a tattoo that I could just make it disappear.
Okay. So, what do you just try to do it with your hand?
Yeah.
Okay. What
Is
do you
it
try
like
to change it to?
indented?
Just to see if I can make it disappear in general.
Okay. Okay.
To see if that's the thing I am capable of doing.
It does not work. You try changing the entirety of your hand. It stays there.
Is it a cross like an X or like a church cross?
Like a plus.
Is it like
Like a plus. Okay.
is it like a scar or a tattoo?
Almost like it's both.
Okay, hang
so
on.
does it if you like
If you run your
like,
hand across it,
claw it?
the usual sort of contours of your skin, like, how do I explain this? It has almost a rough detailing to it, to the rest of your hand.
Okay, hang on. I think we should get out of here first of all. And we should go somewhere private. I'm gonna take her cross hand with my cross hand as a way to kind of like hide the crosses kind of thing and drag her
So you
towards
hold
me.
her left hand with your left hand.
Yes, I've done it before with people. It's uncomfortable, but it works.
Okay.
And I'm gonna drag her.
Too much. Okay.
So these are the
I'm gonna
lesbian
drag her.
characters. I'm sorry, go on.
I'm gonna drag her towards my room and immediately like close the door and start looking for gloves.
I'm like gonna rock 2 different gloves. This is gonna be great.
Oh,
Okay, I
God.
forgot that
Actually,
you had.
yeah, never mind.
I forgot that you had gloves. You can not. You can
I
choose not
only
to
have
take
one.
it. Why do you only have one glove?
Character.
Okay. I'm gonna say that in character. Actually, why do you only have one glove on? I say as I raffle through my drawers looking for
Oh,
2 sets of gloves.
it's for Rex. Yeah, he gets kind of, you know, he likes the feel of the silk, you know.
Inside check on that. Inside check on that. So
Do you even
hard.
know who Rex is, though?
Oh,
I don't, but that sounds
my
done.
snake Rex.
Okay.
I'll say that instead.
Just well, you know what to fucking
Okay.
roll.
That's good. I got a 19, so that's a 25.
Ah, frick you.
What you get?
Frick you. I'm at 15.
I mean, it's weird, but she seems to be telling the truth. You sort of, as she says
That's
that, you
kinda-
give her a glance of like, the fuck? And then, like, whatever.
I'll
Go
just
back
take
to-
Rex out and show her.
Yeah, he sort of curls round the fabric and in between your fingers and just sort of keeps moving.
I'm gonna be honest,
Keep moving.
kinda weird. Sorry. Speak, Fisker. I'm sorry.
He was just saying he's schmoovin'. He was.
Oh.
I was contributing nothing.
He's moving though.
Okay, I'm just gonna yeah, it's just, he's a little bit of an odd snake, you know.
Okay, I won't question that mostly because I don't want the answers to that. But here, and I'm gonna. Do I find gloves? I imagine I'd
you find a
find
pair of
gloves.
gloves.
Just
They're
the
I'll
one
take
pair?
one of
Yeah,
the
one pair.
gloves.
They're a little bit small, but
Oh, just okay.
this is literally your
Wait,
childhood
but
home.
we need two left-hand gloves though.
Just take the right hand glove and just flip it. Flip it. Yeah, you can have the left hand glove. I'll have the right hand glove and just give myself two right hands. It'll be fine. No one will notice.
Fucking hell. Oh god.
Wait, no. Okay, I'm gonna wait. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's kind of weird. I'm gonna flip the glove, but I'm gonna flip my hand as well. If that's the thing that I can do.
So what? You close like that?
What kind
that?
of glove is it?
It's like a mitten.
Oh, I kind of look at them disdainfully.
Okay, I haven't like lived here in like 5+
It is
years.
a child's mitten, like a child to teen. No, it's about like a teenager's mitten sort of thing.
You know what? Fine. I don't want to have to go in there, but personally, I feel like we should cover up these markings until we realize what's going on. And
Sorry.
no, go.
Go. Oh no, I was talking out of character. I was just thinking, yeah.
Fuck's sakes, one of you!
Nick's not in.
And then I'll talk.
No, because I'm in character, so I'm gonna need you to respond in character. So just go out of character first.
Okay, I was just wondering if I could, because I can obviously change my clothes. Could I give myself a glove?
Yeah, I'll say yeah. You can. You can
Okay.
sort of like you see her sort of like flick away the mitten, and then you see just sort of this sort of elegant glove that goes with the rest of her clothing. Or well, you can decide what it looks like.
No need to be rude, man. Jeez. Okay.
Well,
that's
I was
fine.
just solving a problem.
You didn't have
I
to
mean-
look at it so disdainfully, though. I'm feeling self-conscious now. Thanks. I have to go get a whole new wardrobe, which would probably be helpful because I've been wearing the same clothes for like a month. But come on, man.
Yeah, she. You can tell when she walks in the room.
I'm
Didn't
sorry.
our clothes get like washed
Yeah, they did. It was a
Like,
joke.
Yeah.
a few days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never have to wash my clothes because
You could just.
I just create new
Yeah,
ones.
you could literally just. You could actually just
Can I
like
make
flash
my
someone by
a
going
glove?
like.
Can I make this troll a glove?
No.
Like, can I make it on my other hand and then cut it off and give it to her?
Well, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Oh my god!
I mean, that would get rid of the cross, wouldn't it? Just cut your hand off.
The glove!
No, it's fine. Don't worry about that. It's okay.
Wear your disgusting mitten then.
No, I have plan B. Shut up.
Okay.
If you can create clothes, why don't you just make nice gloves
She did.
and then give them
And then-
away?
She can't.
I don't think she can take them
I
off right though.
can't
No,
like
they're not
take
like-
them off.
They're not
They
like.
just disappear.
Yeah, they just disappear.
Just not like a factory.
No, she's not an infinite
That would
clothes
break
factory.
Clothing industry. Okay.
Why do you keep doing that?
Before we leave here, I think we should keep the whole cross thing between the two of us until we know exactly what's going on with it?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, you stay right here. Don't look at anything. Because I don't know if people have been putting stuff in my room. I don't want to have to take credit for whatever weird stuff they're putting in my drawers.
I'll be sure not to look at anything. I promise.
I don't trust that. I do not trust that. I'm gonna insight check that.
Alright.
I got a nat 20 to 25.
Did you really? Okay. Roll.
I did. I rolled it on
That's a
D&D
10.
Beyond, so it should pop up on the thing.
What'd you get?
I got a 10.
You got a 10. Okay, so
Where
your
was that when I
insight.
was asking about the silk glove? Where was that thing?
Yeah, it was okay. Alright. So, what is what
I was clearly lying.
yeah. she did the whole thing of like, oh no, yeah, sure.
She says while opening the drawer.
Yeah, as she's going towards your drawers. Yeah, no, yeah, I'll keep out your drawers.
I didn't say Rex wouldn't though.
Oh, this is tricky.
Adriana, I swear to
Brings me
every
on
god
your-
that lives in this universe.
You what?
Wait, sorry, hang on, give me a second. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. Adriana, I swear to every god that lives in every dimension, do not look through my stuff. My old stuff. When I was like 12.
I'll talk to the gods about that, and I'll make sure they know.
Listen,
they
I
know
have
where
some
you
really
stand.
embarrassing fan fiction I wrote about me and Shaggy from Scooby Doo, okay? I swear to God.
You did that too?
Oh my god, was your favorite?
Huh?
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna pop over to a different room to get a glove that isn't a disgusting mitten that's too small for me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Alright, where are you
Are
going?
you gonna leave?
Oh, yeah, I left. Sorry, you so I was literally gonna say something.
Where are you gonna go?
I'm gonna go to my parents' room and take my mom's gloves, because she was a fancy lady. She must have some nice gloves in there.
Okay.
Also gonna put my hand in my something, because my cloak isn't long enough to put it in that. I'm just gonna do something so it doesn't show. I'm gonna wear the gross midden until I get there.
Okay, so you head towards your parents' master bedroom, and you see the door. It's just how it was.
I'm gonna start looking in the drawers as quickly as possible so I can get out
So
of there as
as
quickly as possible.
you enter, it opens, and there is.
Are you okay? Are you okay? That looked painful.
Sorry. So as you open the door, there isn't a floor.
There isn't a floor.
It's a sheer drop, and you sort of look down and you see that it is the room underneath it. The room of your parents' room is just not there.
Huh. Curiouser and curiouser.
Said Alice.
I'm gonna just close the door Plan B. Did I have like a lazy aunt that lived with us or something?
There was a kind of walk-in sort of wardrobe thing for the family sort of thing.
I'm
Like,
gonna go
yeah,
there next.
for like with a shit ton of clothes. We'll expedite it and say, yeah, you find some sort of green fur and leather gloves.
Okay, cool. Matches my cloak. I'm gonna put them on, both of them, because it'd be weird to just have one. I'm gonna go back to.
As Mistral leaves, can I have a look through any drawers, any cupboards, any under the bed, just anywhere that anything
Give
could
me
be?
an investigation check.
Finds my shrine for Drake Bell.
Investigation. 15.
15. I actually had a thing set for this because of thingies.
The note is still there. I haven't read it yet.
Huh?
The note that Oberon left in the room.
Oh.
You actually do find that. You
Okay,
find
I'm
a
gonna
note.
read it.
Yeah, it's sort of what does he say? Like, sort of, I'm not who you think I am, or I'm not who you're looking for. Don't follow me. This is goodbye or whatever. Nimduat.
I kind of put it back down, just like in the same place it was, and then look for other
Okay.
stuff.
So, you got a 15, right?
Yeah.
So, you look around, there's nothing major, it's not, it's nothing fancy or anything. It's a teenager's bedroom, there's a few sort of like, there's like a little bracelet, there's a, sort of a mirror sort of thing, like, you know, what you'd expect really for a kid. As you open the wardrobe, there is a dead wolf.
Okay.
A dead white wolf that looks like it has been bludgeoned to death. And as you as you get to take a closer look, it vanishes.
Spencer, have you been?
Yeah, I
losing
went on went on a light adventure, and kind of just I didn't know what to do with the body. I just kind of it was the closest hiding spot.
I'm gonna like feel around in there, in case it's invisible.
It is very cold.
So I don't feel anything. It's just cold.
You feel around the area, and there's this just cold sensation all around it, and also there's almost this rhythmic noise that you get just for a minute, like this. Until it vanishes, and so does the cold sensation.
I'm gonna shut that.
Okay.
And continue kind of searching, listening out for footsteps outside the door.
Perception check.
Ooh, that is very good. That's a 25.
You keep an ear out. You look around a bit more. A few things that are a bit weird. A mouse hole that is like in the skirting board, which is, well, it's not in the skirting board because it's above the skirting board, which is weird because the mouse couldn't really feasibly reach up there.
Okay.
You also notice the pillow is full of ball bearings.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Anything else interesting, or is that about it?
about it, and that's about where you start hearing some footsteps.
Okay, I'll stop looking and close
Okay.
everything.
I'm just gonna say I did have full intention of like heading back quietly, just so I could, because I knew you would still snoop around. But I can't beat a 25. Pointless, man. I accidentally rolled by mistake, anyways.
What'd you get?
Okay.
I just accidentally rolled just a plain D20 and it was a 16.
Okay. And then plus your stealth.
It was 18. I guess I can't compete with a 25.
So you head back and find a very innocent looking Adriana.
Oh, don't worry, I didn't find any skeletons in your closet.
Of course not. Why would I put them in my closet? That's where my clothes go. I mean, I don't have
And my
skeletons
wolves.
anywhere.
Or any dead wolf bodies, you know. I don't say that.
Okay.
Looks like someone left you a note, by the way.
Oh? I'm gonna...
I pointed it.
Do you know who left it to me? I say, picking it up.
I don't know. Maybe you should read it.
Damn it, she didn't fall for my trap.
Maybe you should fucking read it. Love it. Okay.
I'm gonna read it.
You know what's in the letter. Right.
I know it's another. But just to be sure, what is it? What does it say? No, I look at it and I kind of like fold and put it in the drawer. I'm like, oh, don't mind that. It's just the old nanny. Yeah.
Insight
Anyway.
that. Actually, no, I don't need to insight that.
No, you don't need to insight that, I don't think.
Right. Yeah, of course. So did you found a glove?
Yes, I did.
That's good.
Right.
Alright, should we go back to everyone else? Or-
Sure. Before then, though, can I like check out the? Oh, I'm sorry. Please continue your sentence. It went like really south for a bit.
No.
Can I look at the cross to see if I can figure out anything about it?
Investigation check.
Just like any meanings behind it, or like origins, nature of magic, I guess. 22.
Oh, I just remembered.
22. You surmise that this is something that has almost been pushed into your skin.
Oh, gross. Can I try and pull it out? I get like a knife, like a letter opener, and just kind of
Do you just try and sort of cut it out of yourself?
try and like push it, like dig the knife in and see if I can leverage it out.
Okay, do you sort of just, do you cut the actual black bit, or do you sort of around it?
The side of it. The side of it.
The side of it, or the down next to it, and sort of try and leverage it out?
Like down next to it, so not hitting the actual black thing,
Okay,
just
okay.
that part where it meets.
So, give me a dexterity check, and also, just dexterity.
That's not how you do that. Oh, that's beautiful.
This would be sleight of hands, like lockpicking.
Sure.
Yes. It's
Sleight of hand.
similar sort of thing to
Oh.
lockpicking.
Sleight
Oh,
of
I'm so
hand.
happy because that was that
Don't-
one. Thank you so
Don't
much.
no, you
Felix.
don't re-roll. Just add the different modifier.
I pressed the button instead of a D20. Don't you? Okay.
It's a dexterity. It's still a D20. It's just a different modifier.
6. That's a 6.
6. Okay. You try to sort of
That girl
cut
out.
down near it, but you end up just cutting yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna poke the black part then next to see if that's like a solid thing or if it's just skin.
You don't feel it.
Okay. Huh. Alright then.
Oh yes, Mistral. I just remembered. While I was looking around this morning, and a room next to it, I think it was a child's room. It had a cross in it. The door was locked, but I just saw it through the keyhole. Oh, was it a different kind of cross?
Yeah, it wasn't like that. It was like.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't say that. They're just religious. Okay.
Oh, I want to check out the weird baby creepy baby room though.
I'm just gonna kind of look at her using the knife, like kind of. Right.
Oh, don't worry, I'm experienced with this kind of stuff, blood hunter. But yeah, we should probably head back to the party. Yes, that would be a good idea. I don't know where they went though.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably find them.
Let's get back to everyone else then. What are you all doing?
Sorry,
that's
I kind of missed a bit, like about maybe an hour ago, and I've been very confused for the last like half hour or something since I got back.
Okay.
They
went off exploring. They went off exploring.
I'm sorry that took so
You
long.
don't know what they were doing, so you don't exactly need to know. They can tell you when they tell you, sort of thing. That's not necessarily stuff you need to absolutely know. So what are you all doing? I know, John, you said you were heading to sort of getting yourself ready and everything.
Yeah, just getting my stuff ready.
Limes and
Helping.
the garden.
Okay. Sort of like Tenebrae sort of just sort of sits down whilst whilst you do that. Just sort of. Plumps down. What about you two?
I'm not really sure.
I kind of assumed that Cyril went to the library or something.
You did say that you were
Yeah.
going to go to the library.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
Right, and Fizz?
Out in the garden once again.
Okay.
Swing my
I'm gonna
axe
see if-
around. I don't know.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna see if I can see if there are any books in the library about the bulbous things. See if there's anything about like maybe about like creating like because wait, so when we saw when there were the like pits with the weird dogs in, it seemed like they were like using those pits to create the bulbous things, right?
You're not
That's
sure
why I got
exactly how they were created. They might have been. You didn't exactly stick around to look inside and study it all.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna look to see if there's any books on like creating creatures from like from not so much necessarily raising dead creatures, but just using flesh from dead creatures to create a new creature.
Okay. Give me an investigation check to see just what you find in the library.
Okay. With advantage because of my
With advantage.
researcher. Okay, it doesn't matter. My first roll was better. That's a 19.
19. You do not find anything specifically related to those creatures. Nothing really that seems like that. You wouldn't expect it there either, really. You find a few stories about things like it, like people who have raised the dead without magic, but instead using artifacts for the purpose of sort of stitching a body together and then using the artifact to just simply insert new life into it.
Mm. I'd like to see if there's anything about like known known sort of demonic-esque kind of like godlike beings, if there's any like, yeah, you see what I mean?
Okay.
Should I roll again or use the
Yep.
same roll?
We'll say roll again. You're looking for a different thing.
Okay. 16.
You find a book on demons and greater demons, devils, sorry. Because demons are the abyss, aren't they? Or is it devils the abyss?
Devils are the 9 hells.
Yeah. So you find a book on devils and greater devils. None seem to fit your patron.
Okay. I'm gonna try and look again. Can I try and look again for like for like books about like what I was looking for like yesterday, where it's like about like either stories about how to about like basically how to like make the most of divinational like things. See what I mean? Basically, yeah, anything that I think could help me phrase my question for
Okay.
the Vizier.
Sure.
Well,
Sure.
and that is a 20.
You find a sort of almost poem type book about sort of what words can be twisted to mean. Like it's interesting. It's very interesting. It's sort of talking about how just sort of different sort of inflections in words and different forming of sentences can completely change an answer that you can get for something. It does help. It does help you. Yeah, I'll say that. You now sort of know that it's sort of, if you sort of asked for something in a broad sense, it might not have the exact desired effect, because it could be misconstrued, and specifics oftentimes the way to go with things like that. Like brutal specifics, like explanations about it, sort of thing. Like, yeah.
Okay. No, I'm gonna go out and go out to Spencer in the garden.
Okay.
You almost get hit with an axe because I didn't expect you.
Yeah. Like on a sort of
I'm not exactly stealthy.
yeah, on a sort of like almost golf club style swing, he nearly takes your legs off.
Ah, what did you do that for?
Sorry, I did not see you there.
It's fine. So, what do you think about the mission that we're going to be sent on?
I'm afraid that we will not be taken.
You're good.
I'm afraid that we will not be taken. Well, I might be able to find something out about that. If you...
Me and Mistral, like, find them?
Say.
Because we went to look for them.
No, yeah. I mean, you guys did go a bit ago. I'm talking, but I had my mouth muted. Are you gonna finish that sentence first of all?
If you know about any incense, I might be able to figure out how successful we will be.
Sorry, if I figure out what did you say?
If we can find incense.
Incense.
Yeah, it's that.
I don't exactly know where we'd find incense. Could I like roll nature to see if I know what like herbs incense is made of? See
If you wanted to
like
look
find
around,
some.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That is. Oh my god. I rolled a 3, so that's like a 9. Oh no, wait, no, 8.
It loads you, man. It's you know that you learned about this, but fuck if you remember it.
It's been a while since I've studied this. I probably could find a book about it in the library, maybe. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to the library.
About that point, you nearly bump
See if I
into
can-
Adriana and Mistral.
Oh, hi there.
Hi.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, we were just, well, Mistral was just showing me around a bit. Do you know where the others are?
If you mean Tereth and, Tenebrae, I think Tereth said he was going to go get ready. He might be in his room.
Right. Where are you going?
I'm going to the library to, find some information.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just look at Mistral to see what she wants to do.
I'm just gonna look back. And just, yeah.
Is there anything you want to tell me or ask me, or should I just, or can I just
You can go.
Yes.
It's fine. Oh,
Wait, no, I do have something to tell him about our little adventure. When you go walking into rooms, be careful, because some of them don't have floors.
Okay,
I don't remember that part.
Oh yeah, it was, while you were in the other room. Yeah.
Oh.
And I kind of walk off to the library when I hit, while saying, I'll keep that in mind, I guess, and start kind of walking off while I'm saying that.
As you continue walking, you nearly bump into another person as Yggdrasil. Walking down the corridors. Hello. I I was looking for you and your companions, so tell them to get themselves ready for a relatively long journey.
Is it possible that I could look for some information in the library first?
If you want to be less prepared than the others, of course, but do tell them before you do. Yes.
Okay.
And I kind of turn back and go tell them that Yggdrasil said for them to be prepared, to get prepared for it.
And Yggdrasil, when we get back, I will hope to hear some better
I
news.
didn't think
that.
you were there. He walked off and bumped into Idris.
Oh, I imagine like as you turned around, he bumped into Yggdrasil. My bad.
No, yeah. That's sort of like a bit. You could see him if you looked back.
Nah.
Okay.
Okay. It was just gonna be me, like ominously, like, where the fuck is Milan, kind of thing. Just standing there like Shrek wearing a
now
corset.
I'm upset that I don't get to do that one. Anyway.
Okay, we'll let the others know if you want to go and look up whatever you're looking for.
Yes.
And then I head off to the library.
Okay, so I assume you relay the information to everyone and then go to the library. Okay.
Yeah.
Really quick, we'll sort the library thing. What are you looking for?
Books on how to make incense. And I got a 19.
You find a book about herbs and you flick through it for about 15 minutes to half an hour and you find out the herbs that needed to make very simple incense.
Okay. I go back out to the garden and see what everyone else.
Everyone else. So as you've been told, as Felix goes off to the library, as Cyril goes off to the library, and everyone else, you sort of are informed that you will be going soon-ish. What do you all do?
I'm gonna go and get my stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I know. If I were to cast spell divination, it requires a sacrificial offering, appropriate to your religion. I don't quite know what I would do for that, since.
Which religion? Which god?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, which god do you want to utilize the divination with? Let me check just the exact things about divination real quick, because I don't know everything.
Yeah. Also, I think I'm gonna have to like buy incense or like get some fancy ones because it needs to be worth together worth at least 25 gold pieces.
Or a
So.
shit ton of cheap incense.
Just so much.
Yeah.
Just light the whole yard on fire. I don't know how incense works.
Or God's servants, yes. You can ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The DM offers a truthful reply. Your reply may be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. The spell does not take into account any possible circumstances that change the outcome, such as casting additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. If you cast a spell two or more times before finishing the long rest, there is a 25% for each casting. That first you get a random reading. The deep makes this roll secret.
I was just asking myself. I'm sort of a god servant, maybe.
Nope. I'm gonna say you have. Considering you are a god servant, you can ask the god. If you want to ask that god.
See, I feel like the one would make more sense, but I have already asked him so recently. Like it makes a lot more sense because I don't know.
Well then. You will obviously need incense and a sacrificial offering.
Yeah.
Which, while you don't know exactly, you could guess.
Yeah.
So. Also, isn't divination a cleric? Stuff?
I don't know, bro, but I have it. I think it's like always prepared, so I can really get rid of it.
Hold on, let me just check your spells. Druid class. Cool lightning, divination, yeah.
Yes, my 3 spells: Druidcraft, Cold Lightning, and Divination.
And freedom of movement and wall of fire. Anyway. So, yeah, you'd obviously be able to do that if you got the appropriate materials. So, everyone, I'm assuming you all get ready. Tereth, you are pretty ready. You were ready a bit ago.
Nice. Help Tenebrae get ready and
Yeah, Tenebrae's napping. You have to wake him up.
no, I'll just do Tenebrae stuff. Leave Tenebrae to nap.
Yeah. It's weird. He's of elven kind, but he doesn't usually trance. He just naps.
Just like, napping kinda. More refreshing.
Anyway, so I'll say after a bit you all sort of, depending where you all go, I'm assuming just sort of get ready and then go back outside.
Yes.
Okay. You get Tenebrae's stuff ready and you're sort of all prepped wherever you are. And everyone else, Felix sort of joins you all outside again.
Alright.
Let's go find the dude.
Yeah.
Definitely remember his name.
Can't tell if this was in character.
Oh, it's in character.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna walk off to where I think the dude would be.
Okay. It takes you a bit, but you find you find sort of the majority of everyone else, you know, seem to be sat in the like sort of just getting everyone sort of seems to be getting ready in the and then heading towards the sort of meeting room that you all were in the first time. And inside is Calavan, Gorin, Cal, the first time we've seen her, and Aranel and Yggdras. Demaya is currently not there.
The fucking cat.
It is best boy or girl, I don't know. It is best cat.
It's one of them. So, as you all sort of now have gotten ready, Cyril, you sort of have to like, wait, do I have everything? Oh yeah, I didn't have much. Grab your bag and head over and
I'm just gonna stand as far away from Corin as possible.
you notice and just sort of smile slightly. You see sort of the one large sort of tusk and the one slightly smaller broken one sort of just smiles.
I try not to look scared.
Okay. Then, is everyone here?
But is everyone here? I think so. Yeah.
Let's say, yeah.
Yes,
Well
sir.
then. So, I'll explain to you all what you're all being sent to do. We need to ensure that certain noble families, we need to know where they stand, and we also need to have a meeting with members, well, a representative of the Lord's Alliance. And if they choose to be actively denying, they need to be dealt with. And if they say that they do not want much part in it, try to convince them. Cal here can aid in explaining to you all what the crystals will do. Thank you. So, the crystals, what they essentially will be doing is creating a dome of what is essentially, we'll just say that it's magic so that I don't exactly have to explain it to all of you. The end of is that it will protect against some, well, more specifically, what we assume to be the coming storm. It will protect against it. Only if it's activated, of course, and it takes a lot to be activated. So, it will be useful to the kingdoms, but it will be costly. So we have to obviously make them agree. I have made small-scale versions, and I can share the blueprint and the method of construction with the arcane oriented members of their societies.
How much does it cost?
To make, in general materials, if we go by gold, they will cost roughly 300,000 gold pieces to make one.
Are we charging each?
And that's for a medium-sized city. If a place like Waterdeep, it will be about 500,000.
Right. And is that how much you want us? Do you want us to get that money? Well, a deal for that money.
We need, preferably, and this is not exactly my plan as much as it is a group-made plan. We need to convince them that it is in, obviously, their best interest to invest in that to protect their city. Of course, the problem often will arise that if they do not, then they might well be affected by the coming storm in a very negative way. So, we have to try to convince as many as we can. And I can come up with the exact numbers when we actually get to whatever city we're going to, but that is for later. For now, we shall be speaking with some nobles of multiple different cities and kingdoms. And on the way, we can speak with representatives of said kingdoms. But it will take a bit for us to get to each place. We have got a caravan of, well, I say caravan. We have ways of you getting to the locations, but we cannot simply teleport you there. As my attention has to be focused elsewhere, and I'm the only one capable of doing such, I will take you to the mainland of the Sword Coast, and there you will travel with our mercenary additions to then get to your locations.
Wait, are we... Meta question. Are we being mercenaries? Are we getting paid?
It hasn't exactly been said, but you would assume so.
I mean, they're paying me.
Yeah, you can ask.
Well, I mean, I don't really care if I don't get paid because I'll get what I want.
Well, you can. So.
Are we getting any money from this?
You will be getting paid the same as the lady here. As he gestures towards you, Adriana, it will be 450 gold pieces per successful mission.
I mean, of course, you said that might rise after
If
you
you prove to
learn to
be,
trust us.
if you prove to be more valuable assets, then that can increase. Yes. So, all of you, make sure you're prepared. That goes for you too. And she sort of looks over to Goran and Caliban. And when you are all ready, which hopefully will be in the next 10 minutes, we can leave if that is everything. She looks over to Aranal again. Yes, that would be everything, though I will say, if you have to, then violence is acceptable. If they prove to be simply uncooperative, then by all means. Remember, doing bad things for a good reason. If you believe you are of a moral standpoint that you do not believe you can do that, please say so now.
Any chance we could swap out the big guy?
Go fuck yourself.
Maybe later, but back to the question at hand. Any chance we could swap him out?
As of current, he will be brought along as an extra muscle, at least on the road. He will not be entering the city, though Caliban will be.
Okay.
He is there to both make sure that there is no complications and to make sure that you can all be trusted. We trust that you will have the best intentions at heart, but we understand there is a slight bit of bad blood amongst you, so we hope that you can at least look over this.
It's not so much a thing about bad blood, more that it's a thing about him having a wild temper that's not very easy for him to control.
Then I suggest you not tempt that temper of his. As he sort of just gives you a look of, keep talking.
Oh gosh.
Do you have any questions? Good. Well then. Meet me when you're all ready. Your weapons will be returned to you. as Cal just practically glides out of the room.
Okay, I'll kind of walk out, kind of waiting for everyone else to follow.
Okay. Alright. If everyone follows,
Sure.
Yeah.
then you all returned your weapons and any other things that needed to be taken away. If they were taken away. And by Yggdrasil, who they were all just sort of floating next to him. As Gorin and Caliban sort of going past you and going over to Carl, who now sort of in the sort of main sort of room with all the stairs going to the different floors. There is this large blue flaming circle that she is just hovering about 3 inches off the ground in the middle of.
I guess we go over there.
Okay. As you go over, do you step in the circle?
Yes.
Okay. As you step in the circle, a blue flame sort of encompasses your body and then goes, and she disappears.
I'll follow.
Okay, everyone following after. And then as you all find yourselves in what seems to be... let me just get my locations right just to make sure. You find yourselves on the side of the coastway. Just sort of, from what you can see, if anyone who knows the location, you know, you seem to be sort of a little bit before the cloud peaks, and just a bit past the trading hub of Crimor.
Sorry, I missed that. Like that
The place.
sentence.
The Cloud Peak Mountain. You're on the what seems to be the coastway that goes through the Cloud Peaks Mountains, and you're a bit past the sort of trading hub of Crimor.
Question: Is there a main export powdered milk by any chance?
What?
Is their main export powdered milk? It's a pretty sick question.
No, it's a trading hub that's south of Cloud Peaks along the coastway. It's a pretty dodgy place.
So no Cremora branded powdered milk in Cremora. I'm sorry, I shouldn't find this so funny.
I mean, you could also pronounce it Crymore, but I thought you guys would get a kick out of someone going Crymore, but you know, seems it was inevitable. As behind you, Gorin and Caliban, and then followed by Cal, who just daintily sort of lightly floats down slightly and saying, right, and as these sort of two carts, they seem relatively nice, pretty like they're more like carriages, honestly. With actually like in a sort of compartment and a place for the rider.
Ooh.
With two horses with these sort of on the back on their mane this sort of both of them with this sort of white mane and just black coat.
I'll go and interact with the horse.
Yeah. You sort of give it a pat. It doesn't seem to react.
Sad.
And remember when we had that cool dog?
Yeah.
I miss him.
The death dog.
I'm gonna
miss
go and
him.
pat the horses.
Oh my god, don't touch him.
Derp and
Can I
Oni.
go and pat the horses too?
Yeah. They don't seem to respond.
Are they real horses?
I'm gonna clap in front of its face.
It kicks you, you die.
It blinks.
Right, okay.
That's one like calm horse.
Yeah. Oh.
So, as you notice, sort of Gorin sort of looking a bit annoyed at Cal at the size of the things as she just sort of sighs slightly and as the door on the second one gets a bit bigger.
What's wrong? Too good to kind of just slouch a bit?
He looks over towards you. He doesn't say anything, and
Yeah,
he
it's a
looks
little
towards
bit-
Cal, and Cal just says, "Right, I trust that you won't all kill each other, or at least if you do, hide the bodies." And here, Calavan, as she hands him a blue and gold ring. Speak into that if you desperately need me, but please don't. As he just goes, "Yeah, I hate you too. Now fuck off." And she just goes, "Way ahead of you." Gone. Well, isn't this a lovely little welcome?
Depends on your definition of lovely.
As he sort of just looks around. Well, first on the agenda should be Baldur's Gate.
Don't worry, you'll get there.
Baldur's Gate, I think. Then we have to go down close to that fucking river to get to the rest of the tradeway. So we've got a bit of a trek on our hands. Well, a travel, I suppose. So, hope you all enjoy yourselves. As he just sort of hops onto one of the carts and just goes, "Well, who's going to be riding with Gorin? Considering there's not enough room for you all in that one."
Oh, don't worry, we'll find space. I'm gonna get the other one.
As Gorin.
I'll hop in that one.
I make myself
I'm
as
going in the
small
other
as
one.
possible.
I'm into the brave.
Okay, who is going in with Gorin?
I'll hop in with Garden.
You're gonna die.
Okay.
It's okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, there should be room for everyone else. So,
Oh,
Yeah, I'll take
what are you
to
doing?
the
What are you
chance
doing?
without it.
Nothing.
No, go on.
Yeah, no, nothing. It's literally nothing.
Okay. Don't trust you, but sure. Alright. Okay, so who is driving the first one?
I'll do it.
Okay. So, as you sort of hop up, the horse sort of, almost as if it knows exactly why it was created. It sort of just gets ready to move. So, actually there isn't enough room for everybody in there, because there is Tenebrae. I forgot. So there's...
Uh-oh.
I'm not leaving Tenebrae.
Yeah, there's about
Okay, I'll go
three or
the
four
one
at a
going in
squish.
this room.
There's three or
I can
four
go
at a
in the
squish.
one.
Like, Mistral
Yeah.
plus Gorin is like Tenebrae's nightmare.
It is. It actually is.
I can go in with Mr. Ungoran.
Let's do.
Okay. You sort of hop in as you sort of sit on this the same side as Mistral, and sort of Goran just sort of slouches down. You see he has a bag on his waist. He sort of reaches in, his arm goes almost entirely into it, and then he pulls out this bottle of something and takes a swig of it. And then he's sort of going he's on the right side of it, and you're on the left, so you're at the back of it, and he's sort of at the front. And as you all sort of begin moving, he sort of just goes, "Oi, fuckface, yeah." As he sort of just opens the sort of a little hatch at the front, and then passes the bottle through to Calavan.
Drink and drive.
Who proceeds to drink and drive. Yeah. Okay. So, as you all continuing, is there... Well, I suppose I'll stop talking and let you all in.
Which part was the name on first?
Who wants to go first? Whoever wants to.
You want to flip a coin?
I don't mind.
Disco, flip a coin.
Oh, here and I just flipped a coin. Fine, first flip it. Flip that shit. Flip that shit, boy.
Sorry, I'm really tired because I only got like 4 hours of sleep last night.
It's all good, it doesn't...
Fucking hell. Sleep more.
That's one way to cure your tiredness.
Tails,
Take naps
so that is the front one. So that is... Fis, Tereth, Tenebrae. Spencer, Tereth, Tenebrae, I'm getting tired myself. Yeah, Fis, Tereth, Tenebrae, and Felix. Cyril. Shut up!
Who's Felix?
Shut up!
I'll be like, the fuck is this boy doing? Where's his armor?
Okay. So.
I'm probably just sitting, talking to Tenebrae quietly.
Okay. Talking.
Sorry, my mom came in.
Yeah, it's fine.
Doing mom things.
Mama things.
Okay.
I will. Yeah, just talk to Tenebrae about.
Okay.
I don't know. I forgot what I was saying.
My
mum.
Do you want to role play that conversation, or just sort of happily chatting? Okay. Felix? Cyril? Fuck. Who the fuck is Felix? At my house.
Who's Mayu? I'm probably just kind of sitting there, not really doing much. Just kind of thinking.
Okay.
I might be like I might be like writing some like runes in my notebook.
Okay.
I'm like thinking about. I'm like
I'm like maybe like making drafts of my question, and yeah.
Right. Yeah, Tenebrae is speaking to you in Undercommon.
What are you talking about?
What's Tenebrae saying to me in Undercommon, Nova?
Huh?
What's Tenebrae saying to me in Undercommon?
Well, it's mostly just the majority of your conversation, and he's sort of occasionally bringing up that he doesn't like how Calavan smiles at him. He really doesn't like it.
This brings it up way too many times.
Yeah, like he's like sort of like, did you see him when he was like glaring, but then he smiled at me? What? It's probably nothing.
Ooh, I think someone has a crush.
Uh-oh. Looks like you got
Is he
some
gonna try and
competition.
like kill me, or he seems like the kind of person to kill someone. No, he is the kind of person to kill.
Kill me, or
I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully he doesn't kill you.
Hopefully, it doesn't kill you. That'd be kind of bad, you know.
Yeah, like,
Thanks.
thanks for the confidence.
Like it's your future husband or anything.
At some point, I wanna like open the thing
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a
so I
little
can
hatch.
talk to the others. Just,
Yeah.
you guys don't happen to have a map, do you?
I do have a map.
You have
Give
many
you
maps.
my
I
freaking huge ass map. I think I have 2 maps.
That was Rory's map.
I mean, like, I'm not entirely sure if I know the way, but you know,
Can't you just follow the other car, or you leave?
we're in front.
That was a bad choice. Why did they go on the back one?
No.
Yeah, I'll give you. I'll like help. Me and Tenebrae are gonna help you like direct the car,
Okay.
but really badly, so we keep on getting lost.
So, considering this is the first day of travel, who wants to be the first to roll a d20?
Oh.
I do.
Felix, roll me a d20.
17.
Okay.
Oh.
Give me a quick second. Okay. So, as you travel for a bit at least, there is what seems to be a... Well, actually, no. First, I'll end the session on that, actually. Let's just... Adriana and Mistral, are you guys saying anything or just uncomfortable silence?
Well, I'm gonna be like kind of fiddling with my necklace.
Okay.
I'm kind of sometimes looking over at Goran to see what he's doing.
Yeah. Orange.
Doing the same.
Yeah. So I'll just you obviously know what Goran looks like. Do you want me to describe it in extra detail for you, or?
Oh no, it's quite around.
Okay. He's mostly, if he's either passing a drink between him and Calavan, or he is yelling his extremities at Calavan, or he is glaring at you guys, making certain comments occasionally. Once or twice he made a joke. It was a
What
really
are
shit.
these comments and these jokes?
Okay, so Well, if you guys would like to do a thing, then I can have a thing to go off of. If it's just silence, then he'll stay silent. But if you guys are
Alright.
talking or anything, then he might make occasional comments.
That's a nice necklace you got there. Really pretty. Where'd you get it?
Well, it was my mother's actually. Yeah.
Oh.
I just took it when I left home.
Any particular reason why you left?
There were a number of reasons. Yeah.
Fair
Well, it's the usual. My parents, they weren't very nice people. Just, yeah. Sorry if I don't really want to get into it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We'll leave it there. Families can be tough.
Yeah, I mean,
No reason to
how are you doing?
Yeah.
Maybe some.
He just
So,
chuckled slightly and
how are you doing seeing, I mean, your house again for the first time? I mean, how
Oh.
long have you been
Well,
away?
they changed it up quite a bit. I'm gonna say, love what they've done to the place. Again, not really sure the purpose of removing floors. That seems a bit like a design fault, if I'm gonna be honest. But I
That
mean,
is a
you know,
bit odd.
but yeah, I'm glad to be as far away from there as possible.
Believe me, I know the feeling.
Well, go on then, you big oaf. You got any input to give?
oh, nothing. Just surprised that that's your place. Didn't
Yeah,
it?
pretty
Didn't
nice,
think you for the fancy type. More of a pass out on the street kind of girl.
Oh, trust me, I am far from the fancy thing. Give me a cup of ale in like a rundown tavern. Yeah, I'm living my absolute best life. Speaking of alcohol, you gonna share that over there?
His eyebrow raises slightly and he grins a bit. Give me a persuasion check.
You're making friends.
Can I help her?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, just give her a taste.
Does that count as helping? Her saying give her a
Sure,
taste?
advantage.
Yay! Okay, it's better. 17.
He just. Well, considering Calavan, you might actually appreciate it a bit more. As he sort of reaches into it and pulls out a bit, he pulls out two glasses and fills them both, and sort of. It's weird. He has very big hands, so he hands them both to both of you.
How big is the glass? Is it like a
Shot.
down and a one shot kind of thing?
It's a decently sized shot. Maybe double.
Okay.
Maybe a bit more.
Yeah, down it.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Both of you Constitution saving throws. You have advantage, Mistral.
Oh heck yeah, I do.
Oh shit.
Just because Michelle's a raging alcoholic.
No.
16.
16.
First one was a 17. Yeah, that was the good one.
Okay. So you both stomach it. It is vile, but also kind of nice. It has almost like a metallic flavour to it, and it also has this sort of it's
What are they
black.
putting in
This
drinks?
alcohol. This alcohol is black. By the way, I thought I'd mention this is black, sort of strange. You almost think it's almost solid, but it's not. It goes down not smooth, but not terrible either. And it has a very metallic aftertaste.
Must admit, expecting something a lot nastier. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that's dragon's blood.
Ooh, no wonder it had such a kick to it.
Me fuck nugget over there, and the puny one made that on a job.
You just drink dragon's blood.
Oh no, we made it into something fancy.
Very fancy.
I'm just imagining her like very disgusting putting the gun.
I'll kind of throw back the glass at him.
Bounces off, shatters on the floor.
You know, when people throw you stuff, you're supposed to catch it.
Yeah, a little bit slow, aren't you?
Does a 29 hit your armor class?
No.
That's a joke. This is 23 hit your armor class. 29, no, I did get 23 there.
Does he say anything?
Does a 23 hit your armor class?
Oh, does it actually? Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as he just wham into your
My
chest.
skin goes white.
As he just says, "Let's keep it civil here. No need for that." As he just sort of pushes you back with his fucking big fist.
What's his strength? Game wise.
+7.
My
Actually,
skin goes white.
It's
and-
not a +7 actually. You might have taken a bit of different damage.
Ah, okay.
You take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Is that a +8 then?
26 strength.
Big muscles.
And my skin goes white, and I start hovering a couple centimeters off the seat.
He doesn't seem interested. He's putting the alcohol back in his bag and just sort of.
Okay, I'm just gonna. My hand kind of rests on my right hip, my normally gloved hand, my right hand. But then I kind of shake it off, and my skin goes back to normal.
Are you still hovering?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna push you back down again onto the chair. And just no need to hit the poor girl. She promises she won't tell anyone about your My Little Pony collection you got hidden inside that bag.
That's not canon because there's no such thing as My Little Pony. So say again.
My Little
My
Pony's
Little-
canon now.
No, it's not.
My Little
It's not.
Pony
It's not
is canon
canon.
in
Fuck
D&D.
you.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe it's not all seen.
Canon, but,
She
I
won't
know
tell
that.
anyone about your little My Little Kobold.
Oh, no.
Please, just before you manage to say that, you hear from above, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" As Spencer, ahead of you is a field of strange-looking mushrooms in the road.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's where
Time to get high.
That's where we're gonna end this. So we're gonna end this lovely little session. I hope you enjoyed that. Some bonding time with the arsehole.
Wait, when are we playing next?
Yeah, what? How dare you betray me like
Friday.
this?
Yes, the next one's on Friday, right?
What's
Yep.
the next one? I think so, yes. Pardon me.
Alright, nice.
Okay.
See you then.
And unless otherwise stated, because we are moving out of the rainy season.